Uncovering the Dogman, a paranormal mystery that's more than just a myth. A deep dive into the world of the Dogman cryptid. Welcome to a strange, unsettling world where reality and myth intertwine, and the boundaries between the known and the unknown blur. In today's journey, we will be stepping deep into the forested shadows of one of the most chilling and enigmatic creatures of modern folklore, the Dogman. You might be thinking, isn't the Dogman just another variation of Bigfoot or a werewolf? Well, not quite. There's much more to this cryptid than meets the eye, and in this exploration, we will dig into the fascinating and terrifying stories that span not only the United States, but the globe itself. The origins of Dogman, a tale of lumberjacks and horror. The Dogman, a creature whose name alone evokes a sense of dread, has made waves in recent years within the paranormal community. Yet, despite its increasing popularity, the Dogman's origins stretch back much further than you might expect. The year was 1887, when two lumberjacks, working deep in the forests of Michigan, first encountered something that would haunt them for the rest of their lives. This terrifying beast, which stood on two legs and had the face of a large canine with amber eyes, wasn't your typical wolf. It wasn't a Bigfoot or a bear either. It was a 7-foot-tall, bipedal creature that howled with the terrifying scream of a human. A scream that echoed through the trees and chilled them to their core. You might wonder how this could be. Why hasn't this been in the history books? Why doesn't everyone know about it? The answer lies in the peculiar nature of the creature itself. Unlike Bigfoot, which has long been a well-known figure in cryptid lore, the Dogman has only recently begun to capture public interest. In fact, many believe that for years, encounters with Dogman were either misunderstood or brushed aside as mere legend, or worse, confused with other cryptids. But those early sightings, coupled with the chilling descriptions from those who came after, have left an indelible mark. And though many people now associate Dogman sightings with Michigan, particularly in the northern parts of the state, these creatures are not bound by geography. From the dense forests of Ohio to the suburbs of Texas, and even across the globe, sightings of Dogman-like creatures have persisted. A new kind of werewolf, different from pop culture myths. When most people think of a werewolf, they envision a human being cursed to transform into a monstrous, wolf-like creature on the night of a full moon. This transformation is often triggered by a bite or a curse, and the werewolf's appearance is that of a hybrid, somewhere between human and animal. We see this representation everywhere: Hollywood, books, and folklore. But the Dogman is not a cursed human, nor does it follow the typical narrative of the werewolf. Instead, it is something entirely different, a hybrid creature that is part human, part canine, a creature born from legend but somehow thriving in the modern world. Unlike the stereotypical werewolf, the Dogman does not undergo a physical transformation under the light of the full moon. It simply exists, always lurking in the shadows, its predatory instincts ever present. In fact, many reports from witnesses describe the Dogman as a beast that stalks its territory day and night, its terrifying presence lingering even when the moon is nowhere to be seen. So, what is a Dogman? Is it an ancient, undiscovered species? Is it a creature that resides in the deep forests, hidden from the eyes of modern civilization? Or is it something even stranger, an interdimensional being, crossing over into our world at certain times? These questions continue to perplex researchers and cryptid hunters, but one thing is certain: the Dogman is not just another werewolf or misunderstood animal. It is something entirely unique. The Paris Michigan attack of 1937. A second shocking encounter. As unsettling as the 1887 lumberjack encounter was, it wasn't until 1937 that Dogman sightings truly began to stir widespread fear. In that year, a brutal attack occurred in Paris, Michigan, when a man named Robert Fortney was set upon by 5 wild dogs while working in the wilderness. What made this attack different from other wild animal attacks, however, was the shocking discovery that one of the dogs was not behaving like any ordinary animal. As Fortney fought for his life, he realized that one of the dogs wasn't on all fours, but was instead standing upright on 2 legs, its posture eerily human-like. This horrifying encounter added fuel to the fire of Dogman folklore, raising questions that remain unanswered to this day. Was this just a freak accident, a mistaken identity, or did something more sinister lurk in the Michigan woods? Was this a Dogman, or was it some other cryptid entirely? Either way, the attack became a point of reference for many future sightings.
Dogman encounters across America and beyond. As if the stories from Michigan weren't enough to send chills down your spine, similar encounters started cropping up in other states. And not just in the United States. Ohio, Wisconsin, Kansas, Tennessee, and North Carolina have all been sites of alleged Dogman sightings, particularly around dense forests and remote, rural areas. And it's not just in North America that these creatures have been spotted. Witnesses from Brazil, New Zealand, Australia, and Sweden have all reported strange, bipedal creatures resembling the Dogman. Some witnesses claim to have encountered Dogman-like creatures as large as 10 feet tall, with wolf-like faces and long, muscular bodies. Others describe the creature as being more human in appearance, with elongated limbs, human-like legs, and even faces resembling that of a German shepherd or a chow. No matter the exact variation, these sightings share common threads. Large, terrifying creatures with immense strength and agility, and a haunting howl that can only be described as a hybrid of a human scream and a canine cry. The 7 types of Dogman. Understanding the variations. You may have heard about Dogman sightings in the past, but the mystery deepens when you consider the variety of these creatures. Researchers have categorized Dogman encounters into 7 distinct types based on witness descriptions. Let's break them down. Type 1. Standing around 7 feet tall, this variant of the Dogman has a timberwolf-like face. Its appearance is lean and muscular, with long arms that give it an almost ape-like look. Type 2. This type can be over 10 feet tall, and its face resembles that of a hyena. It's known for its aggression and is often described as having a creeping, predatory gaze. Type 3. Resembling a classic werewolf, this type is more humanoid, with pointy ears and a body structure that is more human than canine. It's often described as having a more ferocious, predatory nature. Type 4. A more intimidating, muscular Dogman with hybrid features of a wolf and a man, described as larger and bulkier than the others. Type 5 to 7. These types take on more human-like features, with human legs and faces that resemble dogs, such as a German shepherd, chow, or even a baboon-like head. These types lean more toward the hominoid category, blending the appearance of primates and canines. The variety of types only deepens the mystery of the Dogman. What could account for these differences? Are they separate species or variations of the same cryptid? Do these creatures exhibit different behaviors based on their environment, or could they represent distinct populations scattered across the world? The answers are elusive, but the increasing number of eyewitness accounts paints a picture of a cryptid that is far from simple. Signs to watch for: how to know when a Dogman is near. So, how do you know if you're about to encounter a Dogman? Many witnesses report a series of eerily similar signs that seem to precede a sighting. If you're in the woods or a remote area and things suddenly take a strange turn, look for these warning signs. Silence. One of the most frequently described phenomena is the complete silence that overtakes the area. All animals, birds, insects, even the rustle of leaves, seem to vanish in an instant. Foul odor. A pungent, musty smell will often fill the air, similar to wet dog, urine, and the decaying scent of rotting meat. This odor seems to linger in the air, increasing as the creature draws closer. The feeling of being watched, the overwhelming sensation that you're not alone. Many people describe this as an unshakable sense of impending doom, as if something is nearby, observing you silently. The howl. Perhaps the most chilling sign is the unmistakable howl. A sound that is a mixture of a human scream and a canine howl, designed to freeze you in place and fill you with terror. If you've encountered any of these signs, you might be in the presence of something far more dangerous than you could imagine. The future of Dogman, a cryptid set to go mainstream. As more people share their experiences and cryptid hunters delve deeper into the mystery of the Dogman, it's only a matter of time before this creature enters the mainstream. Whether or not it will ever be officially recognized by science remains to be seen, but the Dogman has already captured the public's imagination. From cryptid enthusiasts to paranormal investigators, Dogman is rapidly becoming a subject of intense curiosity and fascination. As the number of sightings increases and the details of these encounters continue to unfold, one thing is clear: the Dogman isn't going away. Whether it's in the deep woods or an urban suburb, this elusive cryptid will continue to captivate and terrify us for years to come. And for those brave enough to face the unknown, the Dogman offers a chilling mystery that will keep them coming back for more. Are you ready to uncover the truth? Or will you walk away from the edge of the forest, unwilling to face what lurks in the shadows? The answers are out there, but they might be more terrifying than you ever imagined. Stay tuned for more chilling stories and unsettling encounters.